Okay.
It actually would be extremely unpleasant to do it.
Are we getting a countdown?
So
we're going to get a count.
Oh, I'm sorry, they're giving me a count here.
Just shut up, going on and on and on about your film.
Yapping, isn't
No one's
he?
mentioned my film. I haven't made one, have I?
I really enjoyed seeing this movie last night, but I'm wondering why, when I came out of the theater, I had an uncontrollable desire for sex and sushi.
Well, that's what it's
just
about.
the way
isn't
you
it?
are, kid.
It's
Yeah.
about sex, lust,
Murder,
greed,
seafood.
lots of fish.
Now, from the title, no one is going to be able to understand what on earth this picture might be about. How would you describe, how would you describe
Well,
a fish
I
called
would say
Wanda?
it's basically about this very attractive, dashing, debonair and, dare I say, rather sexy English lawyer who finishes up with diamonds worth 20 million bucks and a girl called Jamie Lee Curtis.
Actually, no. The movie is really about this very bright, smart, very interesting American woman who seduces all of these very stupid men and gets all the diamonds.
It's about this struggling, courageous animal rights liberationist with rather tight trousers who fights for what he believes in and unfortunately kills
And Kevin
some dogs
Kline
in the
probably,
process.
if he was here today, would probably say it was about some sort of like ex-CIA operative who is sort of a psychotic. But in reality, it's about this American woman who seduces 4 stupid men and gets all the money.
Typical.
Who really likes this animal rights liberationist who's courageous, handsome, strong, with a rather strange hairstyle.
And I finish up with a girl. And if I may point something out,
I finish up with
who else
Steamroller.
is going to write a movie at this point of my life where I finish up with a girl?
Michael,
Yeah.
your character has a sort of an affliction, a tragic
speech
affliction.
A speech impediment, yes, yeah.
How did you develop the character? Was that written or is that you?
Can't catch me out that way. No, it was written. John very early on thought it would be rather nice to have a character who stammered and had to give away a vital piece of information at the end of the story, which he couldn't give because of the stammer. And in fact, my father stammered, so I knew about stammerers. And I also knew that stammer does get worse as you're more under pressure, so it's quite likely that when asked to give a vital bit of information in a very short time to save people's lives, enormous amounts of money, you would not be able to give that bit of information.
He doesn't stammer at all when he's talking to his pet fish, for example.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the
Only
stammer
when he's under
represents
pressure.
the problems with the character. He gets on with animals, but he doesn't get on with human beings. So the stammer is not the primary thing, but it does become, in the end, an important part of the farce.
The story.
Story, that's right. Yeah.
Jamie,
Sorry, farce.
who is Wanda and what does she have to do with the title?
Oh boy. Wanda is a woman who Ken happens to like and who has named one of his favorite beautiful angelfish after, hence a fish called Wanda, who happens to get eaten, oops, I've sort of given away, well anyway, who sort of gets
Forget
eaten
that.
during the course of the movie.
By Kevin Kline.
By Kevin Kline, who is this psychotic person.
That's the fish that gets eaten, not Michael Palin.
No, and I'm Wanda,
tried me, but it
I'm
was just-
Wanda
I was
the
too big.
woman who, who is a woman who's out for getting all of the money and sort of all of their hearts at the same time, and does it with a smile on her face.
Heart
John,
of steel.
John, throughout the movie, there always seems to be a one-upmanship going on between your character and Kevin Kline, between the Brits and the Yankees.
Yeah.
Where does this theme fit in? Is this a favorite of yours?
Oh, I love it, you see, because I was married to an American. I am now married to an American. At least half my friends are American. I lived in America for 2.5 years. And I'm always absolutely fascinated by this love-hate, or we sometimes say hate-hate relationship between the two countries. And it was great being able to build it into the movie, and then to use Kevin and Jamie's actual hatred for Britain and all things British by incorporating their insults actually into the dialogue.
Well, it's not hard to find
came
many
off
insults
pat.
for, have you, Kip, ever watched a game of cricket?
No.
Might be the most boring thing ever on the face of the earth,
I think it's
except
very-
for some
A wonderful
some
thing to have a
politician
game
that
that
I was
lasts
going to
5
mention.
days. I mean, American
It
games
lasts,
like
put
someone
it this way, you know how a
firing
game
bullet
of
at
golf
you.
lasts
Yeah,
like many hours?
forever.
This game lasts 5 days.
John-
And you hear nothing, there's this little noise, it goes, and then you hear this. And that's it, it's really boring anyway.
The
about human nature.
the casting on this movie is very important, I can tell. John, when you look at the finished product, are you pleased with the chemistry that you got among the
Yes.
characters?
Yeah, it's really what it was all about. It was really all about the
chemistry
four characters. And first of all, Charlie and I, they're sending me upstairs. They're all getting it, yeah. Charlie and I, and Charlie Crichton is a marvellous old English film director who is 78 in 2 months' time. He's the oldest film director in captivity, we claim. And he and I worked the story out. When we got the story reasonably well worked, I set off doing my hand movements, whatever they did.
Wonderful hand movements.
Yeah, now get the cameras on.
They're actually giving
We
us a
worked the
rap.
story out anyway, and then I settled down with Jamie over a period of 18 months and with Kevin to work the characters out. And I can't do the
do it
speech
right.
because they keep sending me up with a gesture. And anyway, because of that, it really works for an American audience, I think. Actually, that wasn't the question you asked.
Well, it was a fine answer anyway. I'll
But
find a
it's a
place
good
for it.
chat. It's
Would
a
you
lovely
like me
chat.
to? Would you like to ask me the question for what?
I
which
would
that
love
was an
to.
answer?
I would love to, except they've just told me that my time is over. So unfortunately, I won't.
That's your fault, John, because you went on.
You
and
used it all up, John. We have no more
It's run out of
time.
time, isn't it? Here we are, just trying to get interesting, and it goes on and on and on.
Well, it was great. I
dear.
could use
Jamie,
another
I'd
5
like to
minutes,
give you these
but
'cause I think you're just wonderful.
thank
we-
you.
Oops.
Well, that was short. We didn't get enough time. We were supposed to have 8 minutes.
Stand by for Des Moines.
You're so off-putting. You are bastard.
It was quite thankless too because no one cut away to us.
I knew we were
Nobody saw
losing.
it.
Late. We're the last window, so there was no time.
Oh, before the satellite goes
Was
away.
that all that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought we were
thank
supposed to
you,
have
yeah.
3 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask.
Sarah said that we're supposed
Okay, let me ask a couple questions.
She's gonna re-ask.
Okay.
Oh, he's an inventive boy. Give him 5 clear years. And